Very good afternoon to all of you. Waiting for a few more students. So today we will discuss Shannon's theorem. Okay, so write down your heading in the copy. So today we will going to discuss Shannon's theorem, and which is very important for communication system because it will define how much is the capacity, what should be the rate of information. My voice is there, beta. It's slow. Is it okay now? Okay. So, Shannon's theorem we will discuss today. Shannon's theorem. So, see, this theorem is very important. It is concerned with the rate of information transmission over a communication channel. How much information you can send from one end to another end. Okay. So channel capacity, we have discussed channel capacity of discrete memoryless channel. Here we have discussed the parameter C and CS over there. So channel capacity is affected by noise or bandwidth limit. Shannon theorem says that error probability of any information transmitted should be small. Information rate is less than or equal to a rate C. Information rate is less than information rate is R. Okay. We have seen R. We have calculated some values also based on this formula. H is the entropy. And small r is the rate of information to transmit per symbol. So capital R is less than or equal to C. C is my channel capacity. जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन मैं ट्रांसमिट कर रही हूँ इट शुड बी विद इन दैट कैपेसिटी ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर चैनल. ठीक है ना. इट शुड नॉट एक्सीड. इफ रेट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एक्सीड्स चैनल कैपेसिटी देन देयर विल बी लॉस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. इट्स वेरी नेचुरल. And error probability of transmitted symbol should be very low. Error probability of transmitted symbol should be very low. Okay. So Shannon theorem states that given a source m equally likely messages with m greater than equal to 1, which is generating information at a rate capital R. Okay, which is generating information at a rate R. Then if just I'm explaining you, then I will dictate, you will write this definition in your copy. Okay. Given a source M with equally likely message with M greater than 1, clear, which is generating information at a rate R, then if R is less than equal to C, this condition, if R is less than equal to C, there exists a coding technique. C. Whenever we are transmitting any message, okay, messages are random message, any message could be there. We have to convert that message into some authentic message. We have to generate some coding technique through which we can generate a very good signal which can be transmitted easily through the channel. Clear? So there exists a coding technique such that output of source may be transmitted over the channel with probability of error of receiving the message, which may be made arbitrarily small. So error probability should be very small. Okay. So again, I am dictating. You just write down this definition. Ki what Shannon theorem states. Write down. I am dictating. Okay. Shannon theorem states that given a source, m equally likely messages with capital M greater than equal to 1, greater than 1, sorry, M is greater than 1, which is generating information at a rate capital R, information at a rate capital R. Okay, we have considered a source which is having m number of equal likely messages and it is generating that messages at a rate of information capital R. Okay, then write down, then if R is less than equal to C, then if R is less than equal to C, there exists a coding technique. There exists a coding technique such that output of source may be transmitted over the channel with probability of error of receiving the message which may be made arbitrarily small. Okay, arbitrarily small. Okay. So this is the Shannon's theorem. Now, whenever we are designing any channel, we have to check the rate of information. We should know its capacity. What is the maximum capacity? So that we can transmit the signal with less probability of error. Okay. Therefore, what we say that R less than equal to C indicates that error free transmission is possible, in presence of noise. Clear, students? In presence of noise. See, there exists a negative Shannon's theorem also, okay, which is reverse of this. If R is greater than C, what will happen? We all know if rate of information is greater than channel capacity, that means the probability of error is close to unity. Is it clear now? Okay. So, negative Shannon theorem exists, which states that R is greater than C. That means the probability of error is close to unity for every possible set of M transmitted signals. R exceeds the value C. ठीक है ना, R जब C से exceed करेगा, the error probability increases very high. But we all know the limit of error probability is 1. So if this is very high, that means there is loss of information. So whatever signal is transmitted from transmitter side is not received properly at the receiver side due to this probability of error. Okay, so this Shannon theorem is very important to decide the rate of information transmission and how much loss can be there, what is the error probability. So all these things will be derived from this Shannon's theorem. Okay, students, now see, there are different channels we have seen. Now one topic was left in that. It was the continuous channel. We know there are two ways of transmission, wired, wireless. Then again, there are two ways to transmit the symbol. The signals can be your continuous or digital. Okay, discrete or digital. We have discussed all the discrete channels, discrete signals, discrete systems we have discussed. Clear? Now it is the time to discuss about the continuous channel. If we are having a continuous signal at the input, then how we will transmit those signal by using a continuous channel. So we have to discuss here regarding continuous channel. So before discussing that, we should know in a continuous time system, the input varies continuously with respect to time. So for those kind of signals, we need a continuous channel. Okay, so what should be its basic parameters? What should be the condition? What should be its bandwidth? How much signal can be transmitted? What is the channel capacity of that signal? All those things we will discuss. So for those things, the basics was your Shannon's theorem. Clear? Now we know there are n different types of noise exist in a communication channel. I think in your analog communication and digital communication, you have studied additive white Gaussian noise, multiplicative noise, random noise, short noise. So these kind of noise exist, but here in your syllabus, we will just discuss regarding additive noise. Okay, how the noise addition limits your transmission capabilities. Okay, that we will discuss over here. So here we will totally discuss additive wide Gaussian noise. I think you have heard additive wide Gaussian noise. Okay, I will just show you some highlights from the book also. See student, additive wide Gaussian noise channel. Clear? I will just read these lines. In a continuous channel, an information source produces a continuous signal. We all know what is continuous signal, x of t. अब तक हमने कैसे सिग्नल को डिफाइन किया था? We have defined the signal in the form of x of n. Clear? In the form of x of n. So for continuous domain, it is x of t. The set of possible signals is considered as an ensemble of waveforms generated by some ergodic random process. It is further assumed that x of t has a finite bandwidth so that x of t is completely characterized by its periodic sample values. Thus, at any sampling instant, the collection of possible sample values constitutes a continuum random variable x prescribed by its probability density function. See, all these things are discussed in one of the course which is related with your mathematics random variable processes, RVSP. So there we have this probability density function fx of x. Here also we will define this thing, but when we are discussing the continuous channel, that means it is time operated. Clear? So the functions will change. So now here, first of all, you can draw a simple block diagram showing you the continuous channel. Write down the heading continuous channel. अब तक हमने discrete channels पढ़े थे काफी सारे. Simply channel. I am not drawing any transmitter, any receiver. We are discussing the channel noise. How much noise is introduced in the channel when your signal is propagating from one end to another end. Input signal traveling through your channel. In continuous domain, we all know, you have seen digital communication, analog communication systems. There we use, before transmitting the signal, we use modulator. So input from modulator. मॉड्यूलेटर से जो आउटपुट आएगा दैट विल बी ट्रांसमिटेड. ओके, एंड हियर channel bandwidth we assume it as beta hertz, bandwidth of your channel. Now here some kind of noise is added. Okay, noise is defined by n of t. Clear? Now again this signal is given to demodulator. this side is my receiver, this is my transmitter side. ठीक है? And output I can denote it as Z of t. So here this is my band limited white Gaussian noise. Band limited white Gaussian noise. ठीक है? So this is added. And see, in continuous channel, you have discussed AM, FM, PM, modulation. These are the examples of systems using continuous channel, which we are discussing. Okay? These generates your continuous signal, which is transmitted to this continuous channel, where some of the noise gets accumulated with your original input signal. Clear? Now what we are doing, why we are discussing these topics in information theory and coding? Because we are continuously dealing with information. Information can be in any form which is needed to be coded. And how we will code when it will follow this condition. Then only we can design some specific coding technique to transmit this kind of signals. Okay, so here we have discussed, you are having all the basic knowledge of analog communication system. So now what we will do, we will extend this information theory concept of discrete channels to continuous channel. So we are extending all the concepts which we have studied earlier to continuous channel in continuous domain. ठीक है? Here also we can define different entropies. जैसे हमने एंट्रोपीज म्यूचुअल इंफॉर्मेशन डिफाइन की थी फॉर योर डिस्क्रीट चैनल, नाउ वी विल डिफाइन इट ऑल फॉर कंटिन्यूअस चैनल. एंड इन सेम वे you have to solve numericals based on this topic. Okay, so write down next heading, first continuous channel. ठीक है, उसमें तुम लिख सकते हो पार्ट ए एज डिफरेंशियल एंट्रोपी. Part A as differential entropy. ठीक है? So write down over here differential entropy. इसमें लिखो if P of X, there we define probability. ठीक है? Here also we are defining the probability. If P of X is the probability density function, associated with signal x of t, then entropy of source is defined by h of x. Students, first here write down for discrete channel. Please write down the discrete channel entropy equation. You all know it very well. Then we will define for continuous channel. लिख ली सबने इक्वेशन फॉर डिस्क्रीट चैनल. Okay, so now we will define it for continuous channel. In discrete channel, we use summation sign. ठीक है? So that will be replaced by what? Summation is used for discrete values. Now for continuous values, summation will be replaced by इंटीग्रेशन साइन. ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, इंटीग्रेशन साइन से आप डिनोट करोगे अपना एंट्रोपी. सो इट विल बी माइनस इंफिनिटी टू इंफिनिटी माइनस पी ऑफ एक्स log p of x dx. So you can see how much it becomes complicated, because there for discrete channel you have to simplify the summation sign. Here for continuous channel it is replaced by integration. So you have to perform integration of two signals. Whatever is given to you, the probabilities can be in terms of any value. Any signal can be there. For those signal, probabilities will be mentioned. So you have to find its integration. So now here you have to remember all the formulas of integration, basic integration techniques you should remember, so that you can simplify this numerical very easily. Otherwise क्या होगा, अगर integration ही नहीं आएगा तो तुम numerical simplify नहीं कर सकते हो for differential entropy. Okay, for continuous channel. And for discrete channel, you all know it becomes very easy. No, it's in the next unit, I think. Differential. You can see the syllabus. So this is for continuous channel. First formula is this. This is for input entropy. Okay. Now you can write the equation for output entropy. Please write down the equation for output entropy. For continuous channel we are discussing. Okay. So H of Y likh lo. This is the output entropy. All of you please write down. Now you can see the formula. Differential entropy. Here the probability is defined by fx, probability density function. We have simplified it by writing p of x. Okay? Here they have written f in terms of f to differentiate both signals. So all the entropies you have to write again. You have to mention the output entropy. Then you have to write the conditional entropy for this system. So how you will write conditional entropy over here? Double integration sign. Okay. Then joint probability log p of x by y dx dy. Is it okay? H of x by y. So double integration sign. Finished? Moving ahead, you have to write h of y by x. You can write your equation, then h of x comma y. This is the joint entropy equation. Clear? Where these entropies are known as differential entropy. Okay, differential entropy for continuous channel. Is it clear to all? So now write down part B of this, which is known as mutual information. Which is known as mutual information. Please write down. Here, the definition will remain same. The symbol will remain same. You can write in this, I of x colon y is a mutual information of continuous random variables, of x and y. Now the message transmitted is X, which is in a continuous range. See, the message could be anything, a square wave pulse, a sine wave pulse, a ramp signal, any form of message which is in continuous domain. ठीक है? The message is recovered by the receiver will be a continuous random variable y. X is transmitted, y is received. Okay. If the channel were noise free, the received value y, if the channel were noise free, the received value y would uniquely determine the transmitted vector x. So the net information received is given by log px by y upon p of x. ठीक है? That means what I can say, that this log 1 upon px is the information transmitted. ठीक है student? This is the overall information, net information received. From this, we can say that log 1 upon p of x is the information transmitted, and log 1 upon p of x by y is the information lost over the channel. Log p of x by y. ठीक है ना? This is the information lost over the channel, and the net information received is given by this equation. जो losses है वो भी हमने ले लिए है, because this is a received signal. Received signal will be considered by taking care of the noise plus information transmitted. Information transmit किस form में हो रही है? p of x. Loss incurred will be p of x by y. ठीक है? So the overall information received will be this. Now what I will do, I will write the mutual information for my continuous channel domain. And we all know that mutual information should be greater than equal to 0. So this is the basic condition we all know. Now we will define this mutual information equation. I will show you in the book how it is defined, mutual information. So you can write down the equation from this. Write down, student, the average mutual information from this line. The average mutual information in a continuous channel is defined by the average mutual information in a continuous channel is defined by this is the equation I of x colon y. We all know this. We have defined earlier also for discrete channel case. We all know these equations. Now see students, what will be the major difference over here? क्या क्या major difference है? Probabilities की value क्या थी? Highest हमारे पास. For you can compare for both analog as well as this discrete channel. There we had summation sign. Here we are having integration sign. There summation will vary only for all the positive values. है ना? यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Minus infinity से infinity range will go. Clear? And in discrete case, all entropies are positive quantities. But here, because the probability of occurrence of an event is always positive and less than 1, in continuous case, again the probability will be changed. And we all know that integration of all the probabilities sum should be 1. That concept will remain same over here. So you can write the information I of x colon y की equation लिख सकते हो. ठीक है? So these equation will be helpful for solving the numerical. ठीक है? Now write down regarding this. So we will first discuss one numerical based on this, students. ठीक है? Then we will discuss the Shannon-Hartley theorem and additive white Gaussian noise channel. So write down the numerical. A random variable, write down the question. A random variable has a density function as shown in figure. Find the corresponding entropy. Find the corresponding entropy. Just you have to find the entropy. Okay. So the signal is varying from, you can draw this signal. This is my signal A and this is my point B. Okay, it's a triangle and this is the midpoint of that. Okay, and the height given is h. P of x given to you. Okay, probability density function with respect to x. A triangle. Draw like this, student. Okay, A and B. And this is the midpoint. So this value will be your, I will use a different color pen, A plus B by 2. And maximum height is your h. Okay? Now student, what you have to find? You have to find the corresponding entropy. Corresponding entropy क्या होगी इसकी? कौन बताएगा? क्या चीज हमें find करनी है? Who can tell? Yes, student, waiting for the answer. क्या find करना है इस question में हमें? H of x. Yes, we have to find h of x. H of x a formula in differential entropy. In differential entropy. This is the input signal given to you. Okay? Which is being transmitted through a continuous channel. So here we have to find differential entropy. You can see the signal which we are transmitting through the transmitter. Okay? So it is a differential entropy. So for that, what we have to do? We all know the formulas of differential entropy. So here we are having this signal. In two parts, we can define this signal. One is going up, other is coming down. Okay? It's a ramp going up in positive direction, ramp coming down in negative direction. Okay? This is clear to you all. So here we all know the formula of h of x. ठीक है, अब मुझे क्या करना है? मुझे p of x फंक्शन डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. Because I know the formula of h of x, p of x log 1 upon p of x. Clear? This is my formula. और इंटीग्रेशन की लिमिट्स यहाँ पे क्या है मेरी? a to b. Is it okay? अब क्या करना पड़ेगा? I want to break the signal in two parts. Because from a to a plus b by 2. Second limit a plus b by 2 to b. Clear? Now for this region, I have to define this p of x symbol. For this region, again, I have to define p of x symbol. Okay? So I will first write down the limits. Write down linear copy. Finding out p of x in the limits a less than equal to x less than equal to a plus b by 2. Is it clear? A second, a plus b by 2 less than x less than equal to b. So we have defined limits for p of x signal. ठीक है? Now using equation y is equal to m of mx because this is a slope. तो slope का equation हम use में लेंगे and we will define the signal. ठीक है? Initial point, final point minus initial point upon x axis values. ठीक है? There we can define the slope. तो इसमें मेरा value क्या आ जाएगी यहाँ पे बेटा? P of x for this region will be equal to 2h upon b minus a x minus a. This I have to define. See, I'm moving towards the new side. You are having so we have to define our symbol because p of x is not given to you ready-madely. पहले तो ये ध्यान रखना हमेशा p of x तुम्हें तुम्हारा डिजाइन करना पड़ेगा depending on this graph given to you. Limits हमने define कर ली है and we all know this formula y is equal to mx for slope. Clear? So for first limit a less than equal to x less than equal to a plus b by 2, my symbol generated will be 2h upon b minus a x minus a. ठीक है? For second range, the signal generated with this probability is this. Now everything is simplified. Just I have to put this all these values in my formula and I have to simplify. So I will write down the formula as h of x is equal to integration minus a plus b by 2. Okay, student. Now I will write this probability. I will mention it by p1 of x and p2 of x. ठीक है? Just for your knowledge. Okay, just for your knowledge. So here what I will get, p1 of x log, you all put these values. Okay, I'm not writing, you all write down this value. Clear? I committed one mistake over here. I'm recorrecting it. Okay. So please all of you put down these values. इधर इसके साथ में dx आएगा, यहाँ पे भी dx आएगा. ठीक है? अब इसको तुम्हें simplify करना है. तो simplification में क्या होगा? If constant value is there, it will come out of the integration. Clear? Otherwise, you have to solve the integration with logarithmic. तो integration x ln lambda x the value d of x. ठीक है? इस तरीके से इसका कोई इक्वेशन बनेगा तुम्हारा and you have to know the formula of integration for x and natural log. So here I will directly tell you this value. The integration value for this kind of function is x square by 2 ln lambda x minus x square by 4. Okay, this is the integration formula which will be helpful for you to simplify this kind of numerical. Because always here we all know that logarithmic term will be there. Okay, base 2 नहीं आएगा. Sorry, it's base e or 10 you can take. General हम natural log ही लेंगे इसमें ln. ठीक है? So सारे natural logarithmic के integration equations हमें पता होनी चाहिए. Clear? So just prepare a list, write down all the integration formulas, basic integration. to multiply two terms in integration, that also we should know, and natural log के साथ जितने भी integration के formulas होते हैं वो हमें पता होने चाहिए. ठीक है. So after that, just substitute these values in this equation and simplify it. Simplify this equation. So should I write such long equations, or you will try to simplify? अब क्या आ जाएगा मेरा h of x. After putting all this value, I'm writing down. Please, you all follow every step, write down every equation. Otherwise, you will be unable to simplify this equation. After using those formula which I told you earlier, ठीक है, you can write this equation in this form. अभी ये थोड़ा complicated लगेगा, but जब second time पढ़ोगे, it will become very much easier for you. This is for the first limit. ठीक है. Now for the second limit, the signal will move like this. Those who are simplifying, I think they will get this equation. And if any mistake is there, please do inform me. And limit varies, second limit varies from this to this. Okay, now you have to simplify this equation. Simplify it. It's simple mathematics over here. And the final answer I'm telling you, I'm writing on the board. This is my final answer. So it will become easier if you try to simplify this numerical. So I think all are doing so basic formula list should be ready with you to understand this concept. Because always you will be requiring logarithmic terms. So integration with logarithmic term we should know. We should know the Lagrange's multipliers also, students. Keep that in mind. कुछ formulas तुम लिख के रखोगे तो बहुत easy हो जाएगा तुम्हारे लिए. So this is finished. Write down one for example assignment question in your copy. Find the differential entropy. Find the differential entropy h of x of the uniformly distributed random variable x with probability density function. With probability density function, this function is given to you. Please write down this function in your copy. Okay, this function is given to you. 0 less than x less than equal to a. Okay. And for three different values of a, you have to find the differential entropy. I think it's very easy question. So here you have to find h of x for three different values. So this is your assignment question. Please simplify it. And we will finish our class over here. So goodbye, students, and take care. We'll continue in next class.